Welcome back, boys and some girls. This weekend was way more stable than the previous one, and the servers were up most of the time. There were 2 maintenances, I think, and they total up to 5 hours for the both of them. And yeah, I do have a bit more of a few more feedback points after playing this weekend, and this is probably gonna be like a weekend thing. Every time after I finish the test, I take a few days to get all the points together, because I'm not only taking it from me, I'm also taking it from my guild and from the community, and I make like a big list, send it on the mail to the Intrepid team, and then also on the forums, and then I make the video so we can spread it even more. And yeah, let's go. I will start with this message to Intrepid. If you want us to test something, please tell us what you want us to test. We are testing things that are only like 10% implemented maybe, and if we need to do more combat, let us know, but say it. Players are trying to do a whole bunch of economy and artisan stuff, but it doesn't to be the main focus of the playtest just yet. Everything seems to be focused on combat, and this is how you acquire gear and everything. Number 2 is about mayoral commissions. They need to change, and I don't mean the basis of them. What I do mean is that not after every mission you should come back to the city to take the next mission. Just let us complete the mission, or maybe have a dynamic mission completion objective that give you rewards based on how many you completed, how many stuff you have. Because riding back 5 minutes just to get a mission, then riding 5 minutes again to kill 10 minotaurs in a few minutes, this is just simply a waste of time. So please let us complete stuff and do, just a mass of those, and then come back to give it all back. Number 3, for this point I already made it in my previous video, but it is very important, and it is not being explained yet by Intrepid, so I will continue to bring this up again and again and again and again after every week until I see some kind of change or acknowledgement of the point. And here we go. If enemies are going to continue dropping equipment, there is no point to have a crafter. It is easier to farm mobs and to gain equipment through that, because you also get levels, rather than take your time to level up an artisan skill to make the exact same weapons and armor, while losing the time you could also spend leveling your XP, your main level. Doesn't make any sense. Number 4 is about scientific nodes. We need a major election overhaul. The mayors are simply guild leaders. They're mostly busy with their own guild. They don't have time to deal with cooperating with other nodes, and it leads to a complete chaos and no server progression. This goes back to the previous point that there is no point to use any of the crafting or economy features if you get the same stuff while you just raid. So what do I want to see change? I simply want to know what each candidate stands for. Otherwise it's just voting based on how cool the IGN looks. Just give us a list that somebody has to fill up before they become candidate, so we actually know what they stand for. Maybe actually hold a debate between the candidate. Again, I said in the previous video, it's going to make the community more together. Everything is going to be a bit more interesting and make sense, so solo players can actually go into election too. Number 5, I love the RP potential of the game. Please do lean more into it. The furry guys are going to be a very dedicated audience. It would be good for your game. We can give them a node like Joeva or something like that, and they can just do their furry business over there. Nobody's going to mess with them. Right now there's not a ton of stuff you can do, but some people are already enjoying RPing, so weird scenarios, so just continue to let them have fun. It's kind of funny to look at it from the side. Number 6, it's clear that the Holy Trinity is a part of this game's combat. I enjoy how every class actually feels important to grinding mobs efficiently. Every missing part causes a problem. The game definitely needs some balancing between the classes and everything, but overall yes, it is required to have all classes to grind dungeons and not be hindered by something. Every class missing would be a different kind of problems. Number 7, the game is still very much lacking basic information on how to do things like crafting. I'm not looking for recipes, I just want people to know that building higher tier tools depend on the mayors and things like that. It's kind of a bad design to force your players to use sheets, files and Discord channels outside the game, wikis, whatever not, just to understand what your game is. Players who didn't watch every stream since 2017 shouldn't be punished, and I say that as somebody who watched every monthly stream since the start. Number 8, this game is pretty big. It will probably require a whole lot of crafting, so I don't see the reason why we cannot craft from local storage. It's simply a time saver, especially with how the storage is so buggy right now. So again, let us craft from the storage of the node we are currently in. Only if you are inside the city, obviously. This makes sense I just don't see why not. Number 9, for this point I'll be more specific because last time they didn't get it. They changed it, but they made a change that doesn't make much sense. I'll explain. Previously, when you wanted to process materials, you could have a few options between 1, 5, 10 and 25. After the update this week, you can do up to 200, but the jumps are the same. They make no sense. Why not simply let me process all the items I have? I would still need to pay the fuel required to do that, but I won't have to AFK near the station or fill my storage with tons of items because I don't have one more to allow me to process 200 instead of 150. Leaving me with 49 items that just go back to storage until I have the 4-hour cooldown for the processing. And I also don't care for quality, it does not matter. In a game as grindy as this, you need to think about some quality of life improvement. It won't hurt your game. I can put everything to process and go gather more. Number 10, right now I know that glint is a personal item, meaning only you can see it whenever it drops, and I think a welcome change would be the ability for the party leader or the raid leader to actually change the distribution of the glint between the party members. I might be wrong, but for now it seems to be that whoever did the most damage has the highest chance to get the glint drop. If this is true, it's just a snowball situation. It's not very helpful. Number 11 is in regard to the looting system, the need, greed or pass. I think that whenever you win a roll, the loot should go directly into your inventory and not stay on the floor with the chance to despawn if somebody doesn't pick it up. Obviously, if your inventory is full, then keep it on the ground, but if you have a place to put in your inventory, then just put it in the inventory. Simple and easy. And that's pretty much it for this week. I had 11 points? Nice, a decent amount of points. And yeah, if you have any more for yourself, put them down below, right? And that's gonna be it. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, thank you. If you didn't, let me know why. And keep us safe. See you next one. Bye bye.